because this is going to be TSM's map pick. Now on the attack, close range, first fight will be TenZ. Getting the first pick here onto Sabrosa with the Ghost. That opens up this mid side and also the catwalk, which is why you see the Spike also falling back here at the same time to try to support towards mid to regain control of this area.
The door's closing, so Cloud9 are a little bit hesitant, I suppose, when it comes to this A Executor. It's going to be a bit of a peak though, but Relic's losing the battle in mid is kind of big. It even forces the Sage Wall out very early, which in a pistol round is super expensive. It's like buying a new iPhone with how much money it can sort of take up. So this is a lot of pressure immediately put onto Cloud9, but I think this is where TenZ relishes. And he starts off with a nice headshot onto Cutler, gets a third kill.
Entrance. So even they had a paranoia coming in from TSM. It was nice cyber cages to come up and just make sure that the crossfire was just focused on that front A side. So now Mitch gets the first kill onto Drone. This is towards that B side. Even TenZ with the Marshall towards mid is also going to drop Haze. Nice shark dart there from Shinobi through the window outside the entrance. Sabrosa, he gets electrified and now picked off. 5-on-2 to continue the round in this first half, and everybody's getting picked off.
I mean, Cloud9 played their advantage. They knew they had so that could be a place that they're punished.
And that's what I really like about Cloud9 too. They're not afraid of closing the door early and just turtle into the site. Give the middle, let's fight after. But it's still going to be Drone that gets the opener inside that site. Mitch in the back of the B gets that kill onto Drone, so there's still a defender back there. He gets the backstab onto Wardell. I guess it was missing communication. At least we'll get the spike down. 2 guys alive from both teams as the retake comes in from Vice and from TenZ. TenZ only at 10 HP, trying to spray through the paper wall of the sheds. But they're all hiding, both of them, very passively in the back of the site. Camera is also up by Cutler. It's going to be double spy cams. They're going to see each other here. Even a Molly to come out to just focus on one side of the defense here. TenZ now gets wall banged by Cutler. Vice is moving down. It's traded
here, and they just want to see if that continues, because that's been Cloud9's problem. We know that the talent's there, but it's not showing up consistently. Mitch being one of those players I think gets a lot of the flack, and he starts off great with a double kill. And TSM not really going to have much when it comes to guns. Going to have to give up this round 2, you'd bet.
Man, you're going to see this position. It looks very difficult right now for TSM. Look at how everything is working for Cloud9. So they have the Odin towards that B main. You have TenZ here on this catwalk with the Judge, which is probably the best gun you could have towards this catwalk. Hold close range as a Jet. You could dash forward, tailwind against your opponents face to face. Look at the amount of damage here as the TenZ was trying to look through to see if he could spot some legs while this execution is happening. But you have a Paranoid that's coming through. Jet has actually come out with the blade storm. That's the first right click that's trade off by Sabrosa. The Odin is coming through. It's spraying through the smoke, but it's going to be Vice that runs out. Shinobi still gets the frag. Relics with the wall bang. Now coming from A main. It's going to be a 1 versus 1. Still so much time left on the clock, and Relics wins the fight. A headshot onto Cutler.
Smoke peak when it came out. I don't think TenZ was really expecting it, but yet again, the damage is already done. TenZ starts off just straight out of the gates, gets the frag onto Drone, and there's no resurrect on this side of TSM either, so they just have to 4 versus 5 it.
Yeah, they have 4 ults, but so many of them are low HP already. Look at the Brimstone. Sabrosa down to about 40%. And you also have Wardell down about 10-15%, so they don't really have what it takes to try to get the execution unless they want to use the ultimates to their favor. Usually a run it back would be nice, but losing Drone so early in the round is a huge detriment. Definitely there, that did not work out in their favor. Haze loses the fight versus Relics, and just to talk a little bit about that previous round, I'm surprised Cutler didn't win that one. He's usually known as a Clutchler.
It just forces out a bit of utility. It could have been disaster for Cloud9 at that point, but look at all of this pressure onto the A side. C9 are watching all of these angles like a hawk. The run it back being used up near enough instantly, and it forces Mitch to boost away. Like, manages to try and catch him up, but Relics as well has been doing so well. Just consistent work as like the support controller. Drone now trying to hold on this side, but he's the only one in that corner. Haze able to do so much, but gets traded. Ends even spraying into smoke, still gets those frags, but now it's Wardell and Drone, the last alive in this 2 versus 3. Now it's only up for the Sova, and he has it all to do.
Well, we do have a Hunter's Fury and a Neural Theft now for the defenders, and even a res. So even if TenZ wants to, he could res towards his catwalk side and put one up so they could get a 4 versus 1. Actually, they're dead very close to Wardell, so we're just going to play more passively here for Cloud9. Wardell's now creeping in. 23 seconds left on the clock. He could at least... Okay, he's going to go for a fake plant. Even a Shark Dart, a Recon Arrow to come out as well. Even a Hunter's Fury. It's
making it super tricky for TSM, even with all of the ultimates and guns that they've had. They can't push on in.
Now it's just going to be this eco as they're trying to rush through, but Mitch as that Sage, sorry I called him Tense before, but it is Mitch putting that frost orb towards that ground that slows them in their tracks, and it's already 3 people set up there on the defense. It's going to be so hard. Even Shinobi mowing them down with that Odin. And do you see Let's actually go back and execute towards B. So Sobrozo's already throwing the smoke. He's also going for the orbital strike here for the team to move forward inside the site. But there's only 12 seconds left on the clock. Shinobi gets killed while he's paranoid. And Mitch is now inside that site. There's no time left on that clock. He kills the spike here. Relics with the last kill onto Sobroza. A 2-man hold. So fully denied here. Breakdown. That's the question.
Relics.
Yeah, he's walking through this dark cover. He does get the headshot onto Sobroza, and his teammates are too far behind. I mean, Hayes was there, but it's dark covered, so he couldn't really run in. Or sorry, it's Wardell that was there, but he has a spike. And now he even loses his spike from a 1-versus-1 battle there to Relics.
I don't know what these guys have eaten for breakfast, but it's just...
Let's not get on that topic again.
Let's not go back onto the wheelies again, please. But it's just like every fight the TSM find themselves in, just like a 1v1 engagement. They look like days in the head, like, huh? What? There's somebody in the smoke? And then they just die. Relics has just been winning a lot of these engagements. There's another one. It's a headshot. TSM are very happy with their lineup, so they're just getting better and better, right? So it's a bit of a problem. And this is the first time the Team Solid have come in guns blazing, but yet again, Tens is going to be the response.
Yeah, I thought Vice was going to get more than one because that molly went deep down towards Hell, but he actually didn't get burnt, so he was going to be able to backstab a lot. But to sum it up, we have a 2-versus-2. The spike's still inside that site, and there's only one holding towards that top. And it's going to be Shinobi with that Odin, a Cyber Cage that's going to make some noise. Cutler's going to bang him through the Cyber Cage and get the headshot. 2-versus-1. We're finally going to see the first point, maybe on the scoreboard. A self-heal coming in for Mitch. The spike is now planted. Shark Dart coming through, down to 24. He does have a wall on top of that, too. A recon arrow to come out. He's going to wall towards that front. 1-versus-1 towards that hell side, and Cutler finally wins it here for 3K into this round.
Rip Relics, though, making it look like 11-1 for this half.
Yeah, Hayes to fall early here, so that's one less smoker for the agents, but at least Sobroza ties it up in the situation. No res up there for Mitch either. Right, and Tens is already close, running through the smoke. He does get the wall bang onto Wardell, leaving only one player remaining. It's going to be Cutler, and he is stopped with not a single kill. And that is going to be the defuse coming in for Tens.
They know that the spot is looking likely. They throw out a bit of utility to stall it even more. And now all that time that TSM have had available to them is starting to burn down, and they have to just get onto the site now.
Yeah, but like a Shinobi's position, he gets the headshot onto Hayes, so he catches her with... inside the site that have to hold it down. It's going to be Drone and Cutler. First one to fall is a spike. There's only 7 seconds left. Cutler has to stay alive here, but unfortunately, Tens pushes that point for Cloud9 as Sobroza is moving through, but the dream is pretty much not there. Yes, he gets
back on the scent. That would be something else.
For sure. And now it's going to be a nice shot from Hayes, actually, on it to Relics towards his mid side, so he decided to push through his own dark cover. And now we have Jet coming in with the Judge Jetty, getting the headshot onto Sobroza, trying to clear out the site. Wardell still holding by the sliding door, breaks the camera, so his position's given away, and Mitch wins that fight against him. So now, a 4-versus-3 with the spike about to go down, and they have nothing to work with. Tens with the headshot, jumping Judge in the face of Hayes. It's pretty much looking to be here a 13-1 as he continues for 4K for Tens to seal the deal.
You hear?
Yeah.
Oh, I was getting into it. I was like playing some like backing music, royalty. No, like I think the one thing that people don't need to hear is this Yorkshireman, this apparent vampire rapping freestyle. But Sobroza getting the first pick. That's like a quarter of the kills that he got on the scent, so that's a good start for him at least. But look how aggressive this defense is. Drone is just going all the way in, gets the kill onto Shinobi, and this is kind of what I mean. TSM already a lot more comfortable on bind than he ever did on the scent in that last map.
And it starts so well. 3-man push towards Catwalk, rotate back for Broza, waiting at the U. 2 kills with the Ghost. We put the wall up, we get the spike at least. No, the Molly's on the ground. Mitch burns. That's a flawless round of 4K for Sobroza. No spike plant and a pistol.
Solomid play relatively passively, maybe even let the spike go down, and then just retake like that. Cutler could sit back a little bit, let Tens run at him, and he's just going to outfrag him because he has that kind of utility.
Well, at least get the spike down. We have a Shark Dart coming through as well. Should be an easy defuse coming across. Look at Wardell. He doesn't care. 13-1 last bam. I'm going to bunny hop through the molly. I'm going to try to find you, Vice. And Vice now forced the
but it's going to gradually start to push ahead, making it... Tens is just played super aggro. He's been caught off every single time, but this time it's Mitch. Wardell's positioning is good. That's a third. He can't fight close range when it comes to Tens being right up in his grill. Vice has opened up things a little bit more in this 2 versus 3. The spike isn't planted, which allows time for this rotation to come in. Vice is still taking these engagements, beats Hayes, even with the delayed paranoia. He's going more aggressive. Now it's a clean 1v1 with tens. You've got to say he might be able to take it.
And he won't. Drone gets the headshot there with the Bulldog. He's looking for the operator at the same time too. It was almost lost, a 5 versus 2.
This has been good for TSM. Perfect start, similar to how C9 started on Ascent. Cloud9 not really having the guns. It's going to be Sheriff C. Have been able to get a little bit of damage in, and they're putting Drone under a little bit of pressure in his position, but the double peek with Hayes is going to be good. They have the 2 flashes. Even putting that in there, but Cutler gets the first pick on the tens. He thought that he was covered up by the smoke. Nice placement, and this just looks easy now for TSM.
Yeah, and why? Because also, as the operator, there's not really much being thrown at him in terms of blocking his vision. But everybody's winning fights. This is looking to, I think it's close to a team ace at this point. Every single person so far got a frag for the team here for TSM, leaving only one more. Looking to be hunted down by, and to Shinobi. He's spotted now, but Sabrosa gets the kill. And that was an eagle coming in for Cloud9. Nothing really he could really pull out of it
for this operator, and that's a lot of intel scouted out.
Yeah. Oh no, a collateral from Wardell. A third shot onto tens. They're moving in from the short A right now. He's clearing in towards this cubby up the short A. By the site, it is going to be the Silva just on the other side, and he connects for a fourth, looking for the ace so we can donate to the United Way of New York City. Vice is the last one to go here, rotating back as the spike is down. It is going to be an impossible feat for him right now.
Who is this guy? Like, this isn't even Valorant. This is just Wardell's mind. He's just dominating that much. Drone opening up the kill for Wardell to get the ace still. That's exactly why he
give it
died
to me,
there.
give it to me.
He's shouting at his team. You've never heard anything like this. I don't think he's streaming, but I think I can hear him all the way from Europe.
There we
That's
go.
the ace. They weren't on 10's level of territory, but they won a lot of these engagements. But this is the problem. It's that inconsistency. This is the difficult thing about Cloud9. Do we get new players when we know that these players can sometimes pop off against the best in the world? Or do we get players that could just fall apart like this? That's the tricky thing that Cloud9 have to deal with at the moment. And it would be a shame to lose out this game in this fashion, because it just means that Cloud9 yet again have to struggle with a decision on how to play these players and what to do with them.
Yeah, and I like how it was flushed out, but let's talk about the action a little bit because they're starting very soon. So Broza has the orbital strike. He's forcing the push towards him at you. He only gets 1 kill, though. It's traded off by Mitch. They are moving forward inside the site for Cloud9. They put the wall up as well, but it's going to be a couple of clouds being thrown. Close range too. I don't know where the wall was there actually for them to plant. Oh yeah, it was there. They got broken down, and then they're just getting picked off. The res is going to come up at least. Mitch looking for that kill, but Drone lines both of them up. You know what? I really don't think the wall went across the...
Being like 6-0 up or whatever it was. Now the tables have turned. Very hot, very cold, and tens. What is that? Like the Blade Storm coming out, he wanted to get so much done, but just ran to his death. Like, I like the idea, but the execution, not so much.
Yeah, and now you can see that they're Chris on their aim too. Drone getting a nice tap in the face of Mitch. Dark Carver forcing now Cloud9 to fall back by the teleporter, but you still have a lurker towards this long A, but here is a big flank from Sabrosa as well. The lurker gets the dink onto Cutler, forced to fall back, but Sabrosa is about to come in for the kill, and it's going to be Vice, I think, still trying to move forward here. There you go. He's down. Last 2 guys, they know that it's going to be towards this B side because they went all around the map of A.
They just look comfortable just being able to exploit and take all that space. Like, I could just run all this distance, get somebody behind and get that frag, and Drone and TSM are running without the Sage. They have all of this intel throwing out the Silver arrows, throwing out grenades, paranoia, smokes, all of this stuff. Cutler kills his teammate. Doesn't matter too much though, as the Showstopper's going to come out to get the kill on Device. Knows roughly where the Silver is as the Hunter's Fury just came out. Wardell's being pushed away because they're just going to stall it out. So this is going to be most likely the first round on the board for C9. Really well played to keep TSM at bay here.
You got an orbital strike, a molly, nothing you can do there. Just trying to stay alive. So Wardell looking for some flashy plays, some kills, but he's going to die to the spike. He pretty much for Cloud9. Really
it's very tricky now for TSM to deal with it. Even now, the classic pistol kill in the air. Drone kills him, but that's some styling.
Definitely, and you're going to start seeing that a lot, I think. I mentioned it yesterday, the jump peaks with the operator seems to be so accurate. The low jumps, the crouch, and then landing the shot. It's quick enough, and it's accurate enough as soon as you crouch and right-click and scope, and get the shot, it's usually the kill. So Wardell outclassed, outmaneuvered by TenZ in that round, and this gives a chance now for Cloud9 to get a second round onto the board. There's only 2 alive here for TSM versus 4. We have satchel charges coming down as well. Drone to fall. Last one is going to be Cutler. He at least gets the second kill now to 33 HP, but you see one that is so far behind. That's it. I was going to say, Relics is still so far behind at the spawn side. It's
dealing with it all that well, but the damage was already done in the early game. Let's see how TSM can deal with this. Shinobi's going to be pushing through the smoke. Rosa gets a nice spot and gets a bit more intel that there are people pushing onto the site. If he just buys time, let Wardell try and do his thing, but just holding his ground, ready for the retakes.
And the lurk didn't work out there for Relics. At least there's only one person inside the site, so they could still make it a 2 versus 1 early before the rotate comes across, but they're not moving at all here for Cloud9. Both stacking up towards the APC. TenZ about to close in with the operator on it to Sabrosa. He sees the elbow. He's going for that kill with the short-range shorty, of course. Gets the kill there, but at least he's low on HP. Mitch cannot fall back to get the heal. Drone picks him off on the rotation from the pipe. He's moving in as well with Cutler. TenZ close range, does not land a shot, unfortunately. I don't even think he had a chance to get a shot out. Drone gets the pick, and now TSM, after losing 2 in a row, where it started to look very expensive in the economy, is going to get tagged. He misses the right click, unfortunately, but the pistol's coming out. Hayes is still looking for him. Finally, he gets the kill, upgrades to a weapon, through the cloud burst, trying to get some kills, but it does not work out. It's a 4 versus 4. Everybody teleports towards towards A, into an open site. They're going to get the plant. But we're going to have Sabrosa on a flank from short very soon. TenZ, meanwhile, does fall towards B side. And it's still going to look not easy for these guys to hold it. Thankfully, though, the Brimstone is still alive towards spawn. He could still throw a molly. Vice wins that fight versus Sabrosa, though.
Vice gets a nice frag there onto Sabrosa. The rotation was really good from TSM. They weren't buying any of TenZ's tricks where he's like trying to use himself as bait on the B side. But here comes another rotation in. The spike has been planted, so they are playing from distance. There's no like Hunter's Fury, there's no like mollies I think set up. Actually no, never mind, Relics had it lined up, he was just moving at the same time. He's that kind of player, can do 2 things at once. Cutler getting the blast pack kill onto Vice, but more time being bought. This is what Cloud9's been really good at, and it seems to be working in their favor, but still Cutler gets the damage and kills in. It's all guns blazing, they have the resurrect, so they can play a bit more aggro if they want to. Shinobi doesn't check that corner. There was the Phoenix right there. Drone is sat there, and he used the Eldra. They didn't even look. He can't be there, guys. It's not a chance. Sabrosa doing what Sabrosa's been doing all game, just pushing through and having all of the space and Vice looking down the camera at his smartphone, just probably checking some of his favorite social media apps. Just gets shot in the back of the head. There's so much that he could do. And suddenly all of this pressure that was building from C9 on the B side is just evaporated.
Definitely, and now, TenZ at least gets that pick onto Cutler. Hayes moving out, though, to trade it out. As you saw the tailwind from TenZ once again. He does that a lot. Gets a kill, dashes inside the site, trying to see if he gets something else. Orbital's tried to come down. The spike is down towards Octagon at the same time, too. It's going to be a tough beat for Relics to try to clutch this 3 versus 1. Even a molly to come down towards that hookah area, so he's pretty much stuck here in this smoke. There's even Shark Darks landing right behind him. He's in a dark cover. He's trying to come down where he doesn't make any noise, but as soon as the smoke dissipates, Wardell gets the pick with the operator, and now TSM take the lead 9-3. They tag one first, but it's a little too late. Drone's already moved through, but it's traded off by Vice. Then Wardell retaliates. Relics is now still towards you, waiting for his teammates to rotate, and it's happening. You have a flank here from the showers, one from the A heaven, a shock dart from Wardell. That's the second one of this game. Mitch coming through the showers. Ace is now down. TenZ under heaven, and Sabrosa had no idea where the shots were coming from. And a wall and a cloud burst. This is going to be impossible. 2 versus 2. The clock is ticking down. Satchel charges being thrown. Wardell gets the kill. He's actually off the... No, he didn't get the...
He went off of it!
Did he go off of it? I see it 29.28. I don't know.
From you, so you just need to be really careful there.
That's a nice shot there from Drone, just to try to retaliate from getting that spike defused from that previous round. That's already the first one to fall, and that is the Sova. So less information here on this retake, but Relics is going to play aggressively here on the top of the box. Gets the first kill, continues to spray through the cyber cage, and Hayes is going to run across though with the
head of TenZ, but can't really get the frag in. Mitch's positioning's nice. He's done the damage enough, and Drone is still alive. Yeah, without the spike yet again. Can you imagine?
And he didn't even pick up that Spectre right next to him. Okay, that's very gutsy from Drone, actually. But I guess at that point on a 1 versus 1, you don't really want to try to shore yourself as well. A fake plant. He peeks up. Mitch gets the headshot. And that is going to be a 4-on-2, won by Cloud9.
Not really taking a lick of damage,
Oh,
and that's
no.
important considering he has the Resurrect available to him. Plan for Relics is good, but it's so difficult right now.
He did his
TSM are
job,
looking
though.
to try and get the plant in, but Cloud9 had just stopped it from happening.
That's it. That's what I'm saying. Relics, yes, he died, but he did his job. He walked through the... They have one person playing close towards that closet, but the information's not going to be given away for that. At least, though, towards this short A side, Hayes does get the first kill onto Relics towards you. Paint shells to come out. That's actually going to hurt Vice. I was going to say down to almost nothing. Literally down to nothing. Cutler lands that with the paint shells into the site. Now Sabrosa to get the frag onto Shinobi 2. They clear out towards the side. At least Tense is already rotated, but Tense is already down. Last one to go is going to be Mitch. Does get the classic headshot, but it's immediately traded there by Sabrosa. From Wardell and his teammate right now towards his octagon, and are even spotted on top of that from a recon arrow. So that is going to be one guy down. There's that rotation kill. Low HP is going to be Cutler, but there's only 24 seconds left on the clock. And like I said, he goes through the teleporter. Tenz is there. It's going to be impossible for him to make it out. But at least we teleported back towards the A side. He's about to walk into a trap wire, though. So that's going to waste some time. And there you go. At least Cutler gets wall banged. And now with 10 seconds left on the clock, Sabrosa at least to get this plant down. Now can he clutch? Shock dart, a white swing, double white swing coming through. Gets the first and unfortunately not the second one there onto Vice. And Cloud9 stays alive in this battle. That too. They have the Omen so they could find some information. There you go. The Omen's inside the site. He's going to call it out. Orbital strike to say it too. He knows that one's on a self boost. He actually goes with a full teleport to kill onto Mitch. But Tenz and Relics, because of his position, he doesn't see them towards that garden side. That there was two more players there, and they're all dropping like flies. Tenz now dropping the third of this round, leaving out Wardell on his own as Relics is pushing forward. And Hayes has a better angle. There you go. The headshot. He's now down. It's only going to be one player inside this site. He's going to call that recon arrow. He knows it's going to be a full execution towards A now. Vice is trying to hold it towards you. Shinobi, meanwhile, falls down, and Satchel Chargers are coming through across as well, and Sabrosa lands him through the cyber cage. The flank already comes across from Mitch, though. It's traded off. I'm trying to give you this microphone, Ryan, but everybody's just dying one by one, and it is just before. So that Showers is now into position, into control. Oh, a nice wall bang, and a Hunter's Fury to come out. He lands it onto Vice, trying to connect here onto Jet, and he does a double kill onto Tenz with the Hunter's Fury. We're now moving inside this A site with 4 players alive versus 1. And where's that res? It's going to be way too far right now for Mitch to try to get a res for his teammates. It's pretty much sealing a deal unless Mitch could pull something out of his you-know-what and only has a Bulldog to work with.
The dream is real. Give him all of your energy. This is going to be... Nope, never mind. Sabrosa finishes it up in mid. Even set up the camera, so I'm expecting that would be the site to be hit. Wardell is pushed off, but still wanting to play a little bit more aggressively. The site's going to get hit.
Wardell coming through the site that gets a second kill, looking for the third, but unfortunately does not. Vice now does capitalize on that frag. It's walled up as Hayes is waiting for his teammates to rotate, looking for the knife break. Now a double push through this wall as 2 of them simultaneous fall. That's actually going to be Hayes' drone, and now even Cutler on that rotation, courtesy of Relics.
Trying to surmount a comeback. But with any luck, you'd like to see Cloud9 being able to pick up a second round, but Wardell is playing super aggressively with a shot. He doesn't pick that corner, has to double take, but Tenz's gun is a little bit bigger.
Definitely, and he's even going to pop it in the face of Sabrosa as well. So, and that was long range, at least, actually, because Sabrosa made it his way under window. At least Hayes does have that shorty down to 22 HP. He is going to get dropped no matter what, and it's still going to be, so far, so good, a round coming in for Cloud9. Nice classic shots here from the other end, though. I'm surprised that you're going to have Relics. Yes, he's an Omen main, but you saw some nice set mollies that he had towards that side on Bind. And it's some things they could do similarly for takes towards the A side on Haven. So I would have expected that from a molly play from that, but he's going to go with the Omen instead. With this round, though, they're looking for the execution into into B to at least get a spike plant.
Oh, I like that movement from Tenz there. Just hops over the big metal box. Even Mitch using the wall to boost himself up. So this is a lot of control. And Tenz is still on the offensive. Pushes for a smoke to get a take.
So you have Drone that's playing around the corner. So you're trying to bait with a camera and trap wires from the Cypher as well. And then just have Drone try to go for a curveball and peek towards long. But the action's happening towards B, where unfortunately Wardell only picks up one and not the second one onto Mitch. Usually he doesn't miss that kind of shot versus Mitch, but Mitch has been on point with his firing. Now even inside that site, Tenz goes for the updraft inside the B site to get that frag there on it to Hayes. Vice with the operator. Sabrosa falls. as that spike is still taken down, and it's looking to be a 4th answered round so far here. But we are attempting to take it. So a nice curveball, sorry. That's going to blind the operator towards Gong as Cutler gets the 1st and 2nd onto TenZ. So now it's a 2 versus 1. Vandal, the rest of the team, it's only going to be on pistols. So 3 shares and a classic here for Wardell. And it's going to be playing off basically a solo hold towards the A side. Yes, Drone is going to look for some information, but if he dies, you're not really going to go for a trade play with Cutler at that site. So now you saw Drone moves down towards that Surrey. He gets picked off. We saw one pushing towards that mid side, picked off as well. Wardell at least has the Blade Storm. So TenZ is just around the corner here, where if they try to peek out, he go for these right clicks and aggressive peeks as well. And I like this. Cutler actually rotates around. So the ones with the most powerful weapons, well, the crossfire is there for them. 2 right clicks misses, unfortunately. The second one actually hits onto TenZ at half HP. They have lost the res, and they have lost the health too. So you see them booking it all back right now for Cloud9 to move down towards the garage into C, where Hayes is waiting for him.
And TenZ has his ultimate too if he wants to use it, but the operator seems to be finding much more success. Relics is going to add to that now. They are going to move towards double doors. They need to be careful of where Haste is positioned here. It's a Phantom, so it's not quite like a Shorty or a Judge, but it's still going to be dangerous. TenZ comes out with the ultimate, doesn't get it though. The double pick from Haste is good, and he has control of the spike.
Puts the wall up at the same time too. He saw that camera at the same time, but that wall is going to give a chance for his teammate to rotate. But look at that, you also have the stage that's close by that's watching that link, but Drone picks him. You check your 50s. That's what you have to do. Despite your teammate already in garage, you have to check every corner possible. So a great play. With only 12 seconds remaining, the pick comes through. There shouldn't be enough time here for Relics to pick up the spike and to get the plant. So now with 5 seconds left, close range here. Dash it away is Wardell. Going for the quick scope.
Good for the retake. They just need to get that spike planted and play a bit more aggro like Drone is right now. Yeah. I see an Odin.
Did you?
I think Shinobi is an Odin.
That has to be Shinobi. But at least we get the first operator kill as the first falls here on the attack, so that's the res actually gone. But at least with these ultimates, like you said here, Ryan, it could be good. Well, check that out. I was going to say...
These camera angles one by one. Has to be careful. Spots one, spots another. That's 2 kills he's able to get. Dedicates an Neural Theft to know exactly where his last 2 defenders are going to be. It forces Wardell to play a little bit more aggressively with the operator. Cutler's able to get TenZ from across the map. So it's Vice holding his guard. He gets his 3rd. Can he get the 4th on this corner? No, Wardell is going to get his 2nd. Gets his 3rd onto Shinobi.
On the attacker side. So kind of surprising that it took the defender side first, but it's still going to be Sabrosa. Double operator setup like I mentioned at the pregame. Expect that coming in from Sabrosa into Wardell. So already TenZ is going to fall at the boxes. You have pretty much a bunny hop happening towards long A, but Wardell is actually pushed down towards that sewer side with Drone, just around the corner with a curveball. So this is going to be so deadly for the spike carrying company now.
Drone hears them. There's all of the intel. Wardell is watching very closely as well, so these are going to be some interestingly peaked angles. He's forced to run away. He's going to be given chase from the attackers. Drone's feeling a bit lost, but Wardell, as he gets paranoid, kills Relics. You can't give him even a second of chance, and Sabrosa getting a second. This double operator is being hell on earth for C9. We now go back to Drone, who's still just watching that corner, waiting for something to happen. But it's Wardell, the one that we want to be keeping. Individual performances are strong. Kind of like Team Liquid in CSGO. Just everybody can frag out like crazy. The strats maybe not set up, but individually, God tier.
But my simple question was to say that Wardell's probably a better operator than those two there in Europe. So Wardell opens it up here onto mid. Exactly. I just wanted a simple answer. Wardell's better. TenZ moves in here with the Judge, gets the frag onto Sabrosa. Hayes now moving in, but TenZ still continues as the updraft comes in for Wardell. They clear out the site. Look at that. The operator stuck towards the air, and the updraft's already used, so I don't know if TenZ could go back and pick it up. Nonetheless, though, it's a 2 versus 3 situation in favor now of Cloud9, as you still have a lurker inside the garage. Both Drone and Cutler are trying to move forward from that spawn side, but it's looking dire right now for TSM on that retake. Look how aggressive the push-up is, though. They're playing off the camera, so a double stack off the default spot for Cloud9.
Garage is going to be another hot point of the map yet again from the looks of it. That's where the spike is being cargoed. Hence the security guard keeping an eye on it, but this positioning from Wardell, it's pixel perfect. Relics can only do so much yet again, losing these battles, but Hayes is the one that comes in through double doors. The spray is good, if not a little bit awkward there for Hayes at the end, but he won't matter.
Coming across at the same time too. Wardell just stood his role, basically from his angle, and then that gave a chance. Nice shot there from Wardell. That gave a chance from Hayes to be ready for the shots, and Wardell basically knew that updraft coming in from that spawn side. Somehow he was already looking up there from that spawn, and TenZ falls, breaks the camera on top of that too, and things are looking very swell right now as Drone gets 2 kills, including a spike carrier. Curveball to come out, fully blinded is going to be Relix that gets the kill, but at least Drone takes down Shinobi with him, leaving it on a 4 versus 1 situation. Brimstone still has the orbital strike and a neural theft from the Cypher, but you won't need it because you know exactly where that last player is.
Good luck, Relix. That's all I can say. Wardell's about to look right at a little bit, but TenZ down on the high ground with the Ghost. It's difficult with how TSM have positioned themselves. It's all over the shop, and there's a lot of damage to do. TenZ trying to take the engagement. Wardell does win it, but that wall is going to buy more time for this rotation to get stalled out. So things are looking decent from TSM.
Yeah, definitely. So from falling back, you really want to play the retake now for Cloud9. So at least for TenZ to get the first kill, but the spike is still down here. That's the important part for TSM. And they're great positions to have at least watching the flank. That means less defense inside that site. And nice tailwind coming through there from TenZ, going through the smoke, going for the backstab, and because of that, Sabrosa's on a 4 versus 1. They're picking it. He gets the kill onto Relix. Now close range onto TenZ. He runs out of bullets twice, gets the kill, but there's no time for the defuse.
TSM from getting too much intel on where people are positioned. The rotation's going to come in. TenZ's positioning is good. The shot, he misses the second shot. It's a nice dash away from Wardell. His control of the spike gets a second. C9 have hold of this, but he needs to be careful behind him. Look at the wraparound now. TenZ is going to try and find more. He misses the shots. Unfortunately, Hayes just does a better spray and pray gun. And now it's up for Shinobi to try and do more damage.
Yeah, only at 31 HP though as they're moving forward. Cutler does get the frag, so it's a 3 versus 1 at this point. Leaving Mitch the last man standing. Even the cameras spot him. This is going to be impossible. He picks up the Marshall, going for a
weeks that I've seen him play. But they have the kind of right stuff. It's just making sure that they can have that consistency up there too. TenZ, however, misses that shot. The flash from Drone doesn't really connect, but Drone is certainly connected with those headshots. He gets 2.
This is the Drone that we know, just running into the site, getting the entries. Shinobi making it 2 kills of his own, but like I said, Shinobi with that gets a triple kill. Meanwhile, though, Sabrosa has lurked out towards C. The rotation's going to come very soon. He might hear the footsteps coming in from Mitch, but he has a great angle right now to get that backstab onto the log. And there you go. Oh Mitch looks at it. Sabrosa loses the fight. A self-heal to look forward now. He looks towards the long B. Hayes is around the corner. He wins that one as well. Somehow, Sabrosa, you wish he would have had that shot. A paranoia comes in from Relix as well as Drone. He's looking for the ace. He runs out of the run it back, unfortunately, but knows that they're both there. Jumping on the top, left and right. He's down at 85, has all of everything inside his kit, with the exception of 1 curveball. Gets the first! Things are still looking good here for TSM to overtake this site. They get the default wall towards the left side link. They're going for that plant. Shinobi's trying to run through, but he's paranoid. At least they get the plant before he gets the kill. Now they're able to fall back. Oh, he could defuse it from his angle. No! Okay, at least there's an orbital strike. But I'm sure they heard the sound at the same time too, so they're going to have to play it really quickly here. Thankfully for a Molly to come down at the same time, and we're playing it close. We have no choice. Drone gets the kill with the Guardian. Cutler trying to spam through the smoke at the same time. We're probably going to try to play this again, and they're so close. Sabrosa gets 2 kills. They're going to stick onto the spike one more time, and trade after trade, and finally the defenders. Only with pistols. Things are looking good now for TenZ and company. It's going to be a boost. They're going for the boost to jet across. They know where Mitch is at right now too, but they get the trade-off. TenZ is still inside that site though. Barnard Sphere coming in from Shinobi at the same time as well, but you still have a no-scope miss. He does land at least the Blaze Storm on 2 kills.
It's just a case of hold off. If anybody touches it to try and defuse, just throw all of these ultimates at them.
That's right, and there's no gap in the wall either here too, so it's okay for them to play super passively. Okay, I saw what happened actually. You just saw it. It wasn't actually a gap in the wall. They actually shot it from the 4th block that gave that small gap. Now the orbital strike comes down. Mitch is actually going to die. We're even going to have some stim packs coming through too. Shinobi trying to push forward. Drone does get the kill onto Vice. Then Relix trades it out. He's going to try to battle up long range here, but unfortunately Wardell stops him in his track. We have a lurk slow from the Phoenix of Drone with the spike on top of that. He doesn't have a run it back, so he's just going to walk in and try to get an opening, and I don't know if that was a mistake for him to just peek in there like that with the spike. I don't know if he knew he had it on his back. So now already the spike is down. Mitch is trying to peek out, but Wardell trades it out. Now inside the garage, Tens does get the kill onto Sabrosa. They do break the wall, but Shinobi's in the back of the site with support from Tens. Long range though, it's going to be Shinobi that wins that fight. Tens continues with the judge as Hayes gets 2 kills out of HP.
C-Site has been an absolute instigator of this success with how he's anchoring it.
And so far, everything's been working well here for TSM to work towards B. They're going to try it again. You had the Blade Storm, a headshot from Wardell, a dash through to try to pick up the weapon on top of that. It's going to be a Spectre looking for the heal as well, but it's all the way here towards that spike plant. So they have to wait for that. Close range, Cutler loses to Relics, who pushed all the way down towards Long C. Oh my god, Tens continues forward through his own Cloud Burst. 2 kills with the judge, and Wardell actually trades it back. A 2 versus 3. You want these 2 guys alive for TSM. You have Drone, but a Paranoia comes in from Relics. They have an ult as well. They have a res available if they want to, and Wardell still has it on that Blade Storm, but it's Relics that gets 2 kills with the Vandal, sweeps of the last 2, and this puts Cloud9
aren't faced by this. They're just gonna wait.
That's right, now the Blade Storm's coming out, running out of it. The judge is out as well. There's 7 seconds left. Cutler does get the kill onto the most important player in this round. Tens is dead. The spike is about to come down as well. Wardell gets the kill with the up. Shock darts coming through. At least the plant is successful. Everybody is falling back. Shinobi moving in from the spawn with his teammate Mitch at the top of heaven. A flank from Relics, but it's stopped by Wardell with the wall bang. Last 2 are now spotted. Wardell gets the third onto Mitch. Wardell is saving a round for TSM. That wall up. It's going back towards his B execute here for TSM. Hot hands to be thrown as well, but Relics is playing close range at the door. Coming and knocking, it's the Brimstone. The spike is now down. Drone trades it back. It's a 2-for-2 on each side. Now it's the 3 versus 3 remaining. You have to run it back. Drone is going to pop it up, get that information. He knows Shinobi's is close. Wardell gets the close range through the coppers on the Shinobi. A quick scope on the Tens, and then Drone gets the last kill. They're going to come in and get the spike to add some money, but they're 2 rounds away of bringing this.
As soon as he spots that body, that rotation needs to come in right now.
And now the counter camera is coming through from Cutler as well. And here comes the shock darts as well from the site. Weiss is moving forward. But at this point, like I said, they only have pistols here for Cloud9. So it should be around coming in. Oh no, here it comes. The Blade Storm. Tens with the shotgun as well. 2 kills. Big 3. It's over. Tens with 3 kills with the judge. And they seal the deal with the 2 weapons that they bought here for Cloud9. And Cloud9 defeats TSM and is best out of 3 and are moving into the semifinals of the Pulse Invitational.